On this episode of Car News Rundown, America's most powerful V8 ever. Cadillac shows off the sexy Sollei. Rivian refuses CarPlay. BMW drops an M car, and here comes the Robotaxi. This right here is a monster. It's a 5.5-liter twin-turbocharged flat-plane crank V8 dubbed the LT7. It powers Chevrolet's newly unveiled 2025 Corvette ZR1. And wow, 1,064 horsepower and 828 pound-feet of torque. GM claims that's more power than anything ever offered from an American manufacturer. It's paired with an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. The work Chevy has done to make the ZR1 a true rival to the world's best supercars is extensive. Beyond its CNC machine combustion chamber and intelligent anti-lag that adapts to driving behavior, the company says it wanted to enable speed with ease. A carbon fiber aero package creates upwards of 1,200 pounds of downforce at speed, magnetic ride dampers, carbon fiber intake ducts to cool the rear brakes, and a flow-through hood that pumps air to the intercooler while increasing downforce. The optional ZTK package adds stiffer suspension, more aero tricks, and Pilot Sport Cup 2R tires, making it ready for track duty. All that aero makes for an aggressive exterior, but the big news is the return of the Vette's split rear window with a carbon fiber spine that helps extract heat from the engine compartment. Unique interior touches include new colors and stitching, as well as a boost gauge for the Vette's first turbo engine ever. There's a whole lot more to this new ZR1, and we can't wait to see how it performs when it goes on sale in 2025. Cadillac is back on the rundown this week. Take a look at this stunning new concept from GM's luxury division. The Cadillac Sollei is an all-electric spin on classic American convertible luxury. Long, low, sleek and stylish. To emphasize that connection to the past, this drop-top four-seater is coated in Manila cream paint, a color originally seen on Caddies of 1957 and 58. Overall, the design looks right at home among the company's most recent production EVs. Inside, the first thing we notice is the gorgeous open-pore wood veneers. Each piece is hand-cut and laid in an almost Art Deco pattern. The Napa leather features a pink iridescent pigment that Cadillac says has a sunrise-like color-changing effect. The company's usual 55-inch widescreen dominates the dash, but a beverage chiller and serving glass in the back is all opulence. While Cadillac calls it a forward-looking concept of a coach-built luxury convertible, we can't help but notice how close it looks to being production-ready. Could they make it a reality? Probably not, but we can hope so. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto have seen widespread adoption across most new cars. In fact, Apple has said 79% of buyers make it a requirement for a new car purchase. But some automakers are holding out. GM most recently dumped CarPlay from its new EVs. Tesla and Rivian have never offered Android Auto or CarPlay. And for Rivian at least, that seems likely to continue. The company's CEO recently sat down with the Verge's Decoder podcast to talk tech and how CarPlay isn't consistent with the EV makers' ideas for creating a pure product experience. He says that leaving the app to control other vehicle functions within Rivian's operating system isn't ideal. While it's a bummer for those of us who live in CarPlay or Android Auto while driving, Rivian does say they plan to incorporate more features on an individual basis. One example is that the company is working to better integrate text messaging into its operating system. Check out the Decoder podcast for the full interview. It's worth a listen. Link in the description below. While we weren't exactly big fans of BMW's new X3 crossover and its unique face, we are a bit sad about news from fan site BMW blog that says there will not be a new generation of the X3 M. While M car versions usually show up within a few years of their more mainstream counterparts, BMW blog reports that its sources say the company will instead focus on an M version of its iX3 EV. That crossover is expected to be based on BMW's cool Neue Class architecture and could feature up to 600 horsepower. In the meantime, Roundel fans will have to make do with the X3 M50 xDrive and its 393 horsepower turbo mild hybrid inline-6. It's not a bad compromise, if you can live with that face. Confirming a report we talked about last week on the rundown, Tesla CEO Elon Musk now says the company's Robotaxi debut will take place October 10th. Musk made the announcement during an earnings call with investors on Tuesday. He said moving it back a few months allowed us to improve the Robotaxi as well as add in a couple other things for the product unveil. While little is known about the vehicle or the self-driving tech that will power it, Elon did offer a slightly clearer picture on when we might see it in motion. When asked on the investor call about when the company could offer its first unsupervised ride in the Robotaxi, Musk said it could happen by the end of this year, though he called his prediction overly optimistic and said it could also happen in 2025. Stay tuned. This is Car News Rundown, your new source for automotive news, debuts, and analysis. Like and subscribe to get our latest updates. Thanks for watching.